Please open your slide, PPT slide of lesson 14 and go to slide 10.
Slide 10. Okay. The PDF, right?
Yeah, whether it's PDF or PPT. Okay.
Slide 14, sir.
Yes.
Got it.
Do you have any question regarding your assignment?
Number 5 did not look like it had a verb.
No, it has. This one is a verb.
No, not that one from the assignment. Oh, that's the assignment. Okay.
Yeah. Why? Because this one, once again, is it's a good question, by the way. I think it's a good start. Let's do this. Uh, right. This one looks a bit strange because normally a prefix form appears together with verb conversive, but last time we are dealing with the case where we don't have verb conversive, having only the prefix form. Do you remember? So you need to understand that, oh, there is always, a case like this that you cannot see verb conversive attached to the prefix pronoun, and you have another prefix pronoun other than the yod, because the yod is the most popular one, but we have tav. So if we have tav in the beginning, not only tav, but sometimes other, prefix pronouns such as yod, tap, tap, tap. What is it? Go ahead. Yod, tap, tap, tap,
Eh,
alheb, and
Aleph,
then for the plural, yod, tap, tap, tap,
tap,
nun.
tap,
So
nun.
when you have yod and tap, aleph, nun in the beginning, then you need to be really careful, right? Although tap and aleph, nun, those are not really popular as the yod, but there is always a possibility that you have other prefix pronoun. So this one is tap, and as I said, yod and tap, tap. So yod is the prefix pronoun indicating 3 MSG, and then below it, we can see tap, tap 2 times, and then actually 3 times, tap, 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 aleph. But the last tap is taking the specific ending, hirek, yod. So in this case, you cannot see any specific ending, so it must indicate two possibilities, that 3 FSG and 2 MSG. So you need to be really familiar with those prefix pronoun together with complement so that you will identify what PGN you have. Okay. So here Adele, you might be confused because this one has a 3 letters here, and yet you are not really familiar with this according to your vocabulary list. In this case, you need to pay attention to this possibility. Oh, this one might be a prefix pronoun.
Now,
And then after removing this prefix pronoun, you have only 1, 2. What do we mean by 1, 2 remaining consonant? Then we have one missing letter. It's the same. Even though we don't have a verb conversive, what do you need to do? You need to look at what kind of a vowel point you have under the prefix pronoun, which is the top here. So you have tsere. So tsere indicates what? Missing letter rule number
1.
One, right? So 젤 indicates first yod verb. So this one is yod dalet
Alet.
ein. So yada, which means
Yada.
to know. By the way, this yada is quite interesting. You know, we are all adults. I'm not really shy to mention about this. Yada means quite, sexual relationship too. So when you say I know her, then it is you gotta be really careful in Hebrew sense because this yada even includes that sexual relationship. Of course, at the same time as we are saying that we understand something, so when we are talking about this specific concept from the Hebrew mindset, then it's quite unique, I need to say, because it's not really, something that is from this modern perspective that, the sexual stuff is quite, pagan or, it's very human desire. No, it's a bit more holistic approach. So when we understand our spouse or someone that we love, it indicates the deeper understanding, not only just the physical one or not really cognitive one, but very deep meaning. So this one is even used for the relationship between God and His people. So it's quite interesting. So anyway, for your further information, yada. So very, very deep meaning. And then I like the word. And when we know someone, it's not simply, meaning that your understanding, but your life, and your experience. So it's quite deep meaning. By the way, so this one, yada, and then what is it next? Stem, kal. It's the same because you cannot see dagesh in the middle letter, which is the dalet. So move on, and then form is prefix because of tav.
Tav.
All right, and then
Two
PGN, you have to include two possibilities. If you choose just one, then you will lose 1.5 marks because 0.5 for each PGN. So whenever you have two possibility, please include it for your analysis table. But when it comes to the final translation, you have to choose which one you prefer between these two possibilities. Is that clear?
Yes.
Okay. All right. And then PGN is then what is it? 3 FSG and 2
Two
MSG.
MSG.
Special feature? None. We
None.
cannot see anything. And the meaning is, in case of 3 FSG, she, 2 MSG, you. So you need to put these two possibilities here, she or you. And then what is the tense for the prefix form with the verb conversive?
Future.
Future. So we need to use the future will.
We
So she or you
Will. No.
will
know.
know. All right. So what is it? Be, preposition be, by, in. And 제, 저, 두, 후, 이, 엘레, 햄, hen.
Oh boy.
Say
I don't
after me.
remember.
제, 저, 두, 후, 히, 엘레, 햄, hen.
제주투 후히 엘렘 엘레 햄.
Yes, good, Sharon. You have a good voice.
Yeah.
Thank
제,
you.
저, 후, 히,
Woo!
엘레, 햄, hen. So 제, 저, 두, 후, 이, they are all singular pronoun. So 제, 저 means this. 후, he means at. Elle means these. Hen means those. Do you remember this? Yeah,
Yeah.
this is what we did yesterday. So please just recite it. 제, 저, 두, 후, 히, hem, hen.
Oh man, I can't remember that yet.
Please go ahead. This is important.
I
So
will get
we have jot. So 제, jot. This one is a pronoun meaning this. But what is the difference between 제, jot? Gender. 제 means this, jot means this, but jot means feminine this. So the translation in this or by this, you will know. he, because, for, or that. So in this case, you better use that. That, ani, anoki. What is ani? I.
I.
And Adonai, the Lord. So the translation must be I am
The Lord.
The
the
Lord.
Lord. By this, in this, you will know that I am the Lord. Amen. Do you have any question here?
May I ask?
Oh,
In this
yeah.
sentence, we don't have like real subject, but
Mm-hmm.
for this verb, like when we do a verb analysis, it has two possibility,
Mm-hmm.
but we are not sure that which one we can use for final translation. But
Mm-hmm.
still, we need to choose one subject
Yeah,
for this.
yeah. But if you choose she, based on this given sentence, we cannot make really right decision, to be honest. So
Mm-mm.
whatever you choose for the final translation, we will accept it as it is. Okay?
Okay.
I have a question.
Yeah?
So when you're translating a word that has a participle, like kamet he or yim or ot,
Mhm.
is it ing ending in an English?
Yeah.
Okay.
All
For the
right.
translation.
But Adele, I will appreciate you if you can stay with us, because what we are doing has nothing to do with parties perform yet. Okay, so
Okay.
please focus on what we are dealing with right now. But I really appreciate
Just
your
worried about
curiosity.
my test.
For your example, it is not up here, by the way. Oh no, I'm not supposed to expose no anymore. Good try.
Sir, I have
Sharon.
a question.
Yeah,
Yeah, the jut is feminine,
yeah.
and so I think the tera, tera,
Tav. Mm-hmm.
teda,
Mm-hmm.
teda,
Must be feminine.
three. Yeah, I
It's
think
it,
so.
right. I understand, Sharon,
Yes, yeah,
I understand what you're saying. The
yeah,
Sharon is trying to say that, all right, jot is a feminine word.
yeah,
Am I right? As I
yeah.
said. So
Mhm.
this one having two possibility, 3 FSG and then 2 MSG.
Mm.
So Sharon thinks this one should be feminine because of the presence of jot, right? You can think that way, but it has nothing to do with actually the real subject, because this jot is independently used here because it's not subject, because it says simply by this or in this and period and a comma. So in fact, if this one is the subject, real subject, then you are not supposed to have the preposition be. So jot is already done. In fact, in terms of translation, because it has something to do with the presence of preposition be.
Mm.
Okay, but I don't want to say your translation is totally wrong, because we are simply dependent on this given sentence. So in order for you to determine which one should be, we need to look at other preceding sentences or the following sentences. So in this case, for your final translation, we cannot say which one is really right, but you know we are familiar with this passage, Exodus 7, 17. It is not meant to be by this or in this, she will know that I am the Lord. But anyway, as I said, for your assignment, we'll accept both, either. Okay?
Mm. Yeah.
Just for the final translation. But don't be confused. When it comes to your analysis, okay, in the table, you have to include these two possibilities. Let me move on.
Mm.
Is that clear? All right.
That one wrong, that's for sure.
Number 6, can means
Thus,
does. Good job, Evel. Or so.
Mm.
What is this? Looks like Adonai?
no.
No. In order for this one to be Adonai, this one should be Vav, as you can see here. Okay, so this one is not what is this? This is a verb.
Wait.
Haya.
Haya.
Yeah.
Right. It's always good. If you, I just told you, if you want to identify the root letters, you having four, you have two possibilities: either the first
Yeah.
three or the last three. Am I right?
Yeah, I think I did 4.
Yod, he, yod. It's quite new, but he, yod, he. This is what you know.
Yeah.
See, it works. So then, yes, this one is the another case that we have prefix pronoun without verb conversive. So we have yod. Actually, this one is the prefix pronoun and indicating what? 3MSG, prefix form. So we already know haya, but don't try to memorize all those PowerPoints here. It's okay. So we have, in this case, you already know the, okay, what really matters is the stem and the form in the beginning in terms of your analysis. But here you have the yod.
Sorry, Professor.
Yeah.
And so like we like this like the last the missing letter rule, if we have like you know like the vowel pointing other than tere or comments under the prefix, then the third he should be
Amos,
missing.
I'm sorry. What are you talking about? Your question is about what? What word?
Yeah, this like haya. This
Haya.
word.
Okay, yeah, go ahead. What is your question again?
The question is like if there we have a vowel pointing under the prefix other than comments or tere, then the third he should be missing. Then why it is here?
Yeah, is this a third? Is this the last?
Okay.
Is this
All right,
the
all
third?
right, right. Now I understand what you're trying to say. That's the only the time that we are applying. That's the information that we need to apply when we have a missing root letter. Okay. So here, that's very straightforward. Like unlike here, we have tav, the prefix pronoun. But after removing this non-root letter, which is the prefix pronoun, we have only 1, 2. In this case, after removing this prefix pronoun, we still have all the root letters, which are 3. So in this case, you don't need to apply the missing root letter rules.
Okay.
When we need to really pay attention to what kind of vowel points we have under the prefix pronoun. Thank you, Amos. I think there might be some people who are confused like you. So here in this case, that's not a matter of our consideration. What I'm really trying to say is, in terms of analyzing the stem and the form, everything is very straightforward. Why? Because depending on our previous knowledge, you can determine them. Because you have the prefix pronoun, then that's quite straightforward. You need to put the prefix pronoun as the form. What about then stem? We don't have a dagesh, and then yod actually can take the dagesh. So if this one were the PS stem, then definitely we could see the dot here. So without seeing the dot, it should be car stem. So we know the stem and the form. And what else do you need to know? That's it. So haya and yod is what? PGN 3MSG. Are you following me? All right. Okay. Show me your noggin, your head, okay, so that I can understand. You are understanding, all right? And then special feature, none.
None.
Meaning, he.
Yeah.
3MSG, he. And then also the tense is the future. So he will be or become. Am I right? Haya. Okay.
Happen.
Or happen, right?
I thought it mean happen. Yeah.
Yeah, it can be done.
Happen.
Yeah, it can be happen too. All right. So here, haya. But in terms of the subject of 3MSG, do not simply rely on he. whenever you have 3-MSG, you also have the possibility of it. It depends on the context. But the idea is this masculine in a subject being it. So that's possible. So do not simply say, oh, it should be he or it should be she. So you have always the possibility of it here in terms of translation. So we don't know what it is right now. But anyway, let me move on. Okay, so this one looks like you already know. What is this?
The word.
The word.
Dabar. Dabar. Have you ever
Speak or word.
have you ever been confused about the distinction between the noun dabar and then the verb dabar?
Yeah. Yes.
Is it
Yes,
confusing?
sir.
Let me tell
Always.
you the very simple way of distinguishing the difference between them. If you see Dagesh in the bed, then that's always what?
Yes.
Verb.
Bob.
Yeah.
Why? Because of the characteristic of the word dabar. Because the Hebrew verb dabar always, always, I need to say in Hebrew 1, appears in the specific form of PS stem. So if you see the dagesh here, and that means that is a verb. And at the same time, if this one is a noun, there is no reason for this word to take the dagesh here. Do you understand what I'm saying? If this is noun, so if you have the dagesh in the bed, then you choose the verb. Clear? Remember
Yes.
this, whenever you're confused, just to try to see whether or not you have the dot in the middle letter. If you have, then that's what? Verb. If you don't have, then that's noun. So do we have it here? We
Yeah.
don't have it here. So that means this
Oh,
one is noun.
I thought it was there. You
Because
put
I
it.
dot it.
Okay.
All right, don't be confused. So here, then it's noun, which means what?
Word.
Tabar,
Word.
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 And what is the specific function of this?
Two, one
Poster
C.
chain.
No. Two FPL.
No, no. What you mentioned first was right. FL.
Two CPL.
The one
One.
C
One.
SG. Pronominal
Oh, right.
suffix.
Ah.
I forgot.
See.
Okay.
Wait a minute. Let me show you another thing. Look at this. I think I don't want you to take a lot of quizzes, to be honest. And sometimes it's a time consuming and it's rather discouraging if
I
you have
agree.
to memorize a lot of things. But if you are always like this, then I have no choice except giving you the quiz for this. Because I encourage you to memorize this one. But whenever I ask you, then just a few of you could answer my question. Look at this. What is this? Pronominal suffix. So it's very important because this one always up here with the nouns and then even with the verb. Yesterday, we first dealt with the case where a verb is attached to pronominal suffix. Do you remember? To do her, to do them. Oh, okay. This is what we did yesterday. Come on. Come on. Okay, anyway. So as I said, what is this? Come on, let's do this. Year. Can you see? This is the type 1. So meaning my or me. And these are type 2. And these are type 1. And these are alternative forms. So you need to be familiar with these. And I'm trying to say that these are not really new to us. Why? Because they are still similarity. Because calf, 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 calf always has something to do with second person. Can you see that? So you need to really see the pattern so that you can remember it easily, rather than just to sit down and write, and you try to memorize. No, it doesn't work. When I was studying in high school in Korea, we are required to write like one word, English word, like 50 times. That was our assignment to memorize. So you write, 50 times one word, and yet you cannot memorize. Your hand is moving, writing, and then your mind is thinking something else. That's possible. So anyway, just to try to be familiar with and see the visualization or pattern so that you can easily memorize it. So yeah, these are what you have to pay attention. If I were you, of course, I'm going to pay attention to 3MSG since this is the most frequently used form, right? So start memorizing. So we don't have any problem analyzing it as a 1C SG pronominal suffix. Can I move on? And I will tell you this. Next week, let's take this one as a quiz. Ready? All right. Okay. Start memorizing it. And then I'm going to ask you to do this probably next Friday. Probably. And I will let you know in advance.
So I think we don't have this chart. I think we have type 1 and type 2 and that's all.
Yeah, I'm not going to ask you to write an alternative form. So as you said, we have only type 1 and type 2, then just to memorize them. Thank you for the clarification, Walter.
Thank you.
And which PowerPoint was it? Do you remember, Walter?
Oh, no. We need to
Okay,
check.
but you can find it somewhere.
Lesson 2, I think.
Lesson 2.
Yeah, lesson 2?
Yes.
All right. Or do you want me to upload this file to the Moodle?
I think so.
Oh yeah, I will do that just for your information. But only type 1 and type 2 will be appearing for your quizzes. Okay, let me move on. So here, what is this? 1C SG pronominal suffix, which means me or mine. So my or, is that clear? Okay, let me move on. Asher, that, which, relative pronoun. And what is this? Oh, I know this.
Out of, come forth, come out of.
Right,
Come forth.
going forth, yatsa. So you may think this is an affix form since you can see all the form here, all the root letters, but it's not. Why? Here, this is the time for you to pay attention to the vowel point. Why? If you think this is a chi stem and then affix form, the expected vowel point under the first yod is not zere. What is it? Kamets, because it's kar. If this one is a PS stem, then absolutely just zade will take dagesh forte. In this case, it's not PL, so it's kar. So when it comes to 3MSG affix form, then you have to expect those sounds that is identical to, I'm talking about vowel sound that are identical to the name of the stem. So this one is kar. Then it should be appearing with the kamets. Kal, Are you following me? Right? That's why it is not 3MSG affix form. Then what is it? What is it?
Prefix.
This is a prefix form. Prefix form. Yes, you're right. And then we have a missing letter, which is the yod. Why? After removing this non-root letter, which is the prefix pronoun 3MSG, we have only 1, 2. And this is the time for us to check what vowel point we have under the prefix pronoun. So we have zere. We have zere. It's the same thing. So the missing root letter is the yod, and then it is missing from the beginning. So it's
Beginning.
yaza. All right? Is that clear? So this is important, right? I think this is our first time to deal with this, and you will be, you might be confused, as if this one looks like a fixed form, but this is a prefix form. So this is a really good experience. So this one, 3 MSG affix, a prefix, and custom, and prefix form. Non-special feature, meaning he will go forth. Is that clear? What is this?
To me,
Min. This one is min, which means from. And then what is it? This one is pe. Do you remember pe? What is it?
Mouth.
Mouth.
Voice.
Mouth.
face, mouth.
A
So,
mouth.
yeah, what kind of mouse? Again, same
My
here.
mouth.
My mouse. Thus, it will be my word, or my word can be the subject of it. So my word, thus my word will be. Okay, that is that, and then this yod is indicating this, the subject, which will go forth from my mouth. One more time. In terms of literal translation, it's like, thus my word will be, that will go forth from my mouth. But in terms of English translation, it doesn't make sense. So I checked the English translation, and they chose like, thus shall it be, or will it be my word that will go forth from my mouth. Does it make sense? So now, after asher, the yace, it can be used in the same way as the same way as in English for relative pronoun. So this is quite a unique case where we are dealing with this verb after the relative pronoun. And I think this is our first time to deal with this case. But there is always a case like this. Let me move on so that you will have enough time. Let me quickly finish whatever I can see. I think this is important. Right. You can see verb conversive and then prefix pronoun. Right? So this is a time for us to apply another missing letter rule. After removing non-root letters like this, and we have only 1, 2 remaining root letters, and we have pata. This is another missing letter rule that we have currently learned. What is it? Missing letter rule 4. If we have any vowel point other than what? Zere, kamet. Then this one indicates what? The third he verb. So the missing letter is the he, and it should be missing from the last at the end. So this one is Allah, which means to go up. So yeah, let's do this. And Allah root letter, custom, because we don't have dagesh forte here, and form obvious. If you have prefix pronoun, don't hesitate. I need to tell you, if you have a prefix pronoun, praise the Lord. Why? Because that is the easiest form to analyze. Don't think about other possibility. If you have prefix pronoun, just to put prefix form. And 3MSG, verb conversive special feature, meaning, and he go up, will go up.
Went up.
Yes, he went up. Good job. Who is he? Abraham.
Abraham.
Min. Another min. From.
From.
Mitzrayim. What do you mean by Mitzrayim?
Egypt.
Egypt. But
Mhm.
remember, this is another thing. If you have a city noun, then it can be appearing together with directive he, because not always. Sometimes directive he can be attached to the direction. So, you know, toward the land. So eretza must be eretz. Am I right? But if you have directive he, which means pata, kametz, and he ending attached to a noun, location, then this one means to or toward this destination. So in case of a Mitzrayim, it can even come with kametz and he. Then your translation, and in that case, it will not appear with min. Okay? Then what is our translation? To or toward Egypt.
Egypt.
All right. So you need to be aware of this possibility. Let me move on. So the final translation, and Abraham went up from Egypt.
Egypt.
Oh, it's quite no, never mind. Let's do this. What is this? Verb conversive. So the first tab must be a prefix position.
Yeah.
And a prefix position. Prefix pronoun, sorry. So
PFSG.
this is another missing letter rule. We have dagesh here, and this one means assimilation. So the root letter, the missing letter is nun from the beginning. So Natan. Are you following me? All right. So this is Natan. And then the stem is, oh, Pastor, I can see the dagesh here. Then it must be PL stem. No, this dot appears because of the assimilation, not for PS stem. So I told you, if you have this case, always prioritize dagesh assimilation. So in this case, it's not PL, but kal with assimilation. So Natan, kal stem, and because of tav, it is prefix form. And what about PGN? One more time, you have two possibilities. 3 FSG, 2 M.
MSPL.
Special feature, verb conversive. So the final the meaning is, and she or
Gave.
you, Nadan, gave
Give
to
him.
him.
To him.
Pronominal suffix again. That's why you need to memorize it. It will appear again and again.
To them.
Them, right, to them. Giving what? So definite DDO, definite direct object marker. So giving what? The
And oh no,
land.
not land.
This is what we have studied yesterday. But what land? One more time is here. Je, jot, hu,
This
he,
one.
ele, hem, hen. So je, jot. Jot is what?
Yes.
Feminine singular pronominal. Pronoun, which means this. Then
This
why
one.
is it hajot, not jot? This one is definite article he, which means the.
The.
So do you remember the usage of adjective? Two adjective usages. What is it? Attributive.
To modify the noun.
Yes. When the adjective is modifying the preceding noun directly, then that is attributive. And in order for this adjective to be attributive, there must be agreements in terms of 3 aspects. Do you remember?
Number, gender, and article.
Yes, definiteness.
Directness.
Good. Right, definiteness. Adele, you remember. Good job. So if you see between these two nouns appearing in a row, and you can see the agreement in terms of gender, number, and definiteness, then that's attributive. So here, Jot is feminine, singular. And Eretz is itself, Eretz itself is a feminine noun and singular. So there is agreement in terms of gender and number. What about definiteness? This one is taking the, and this one is taking the. So there is agreement. Then in this case, this one should modify it directly. So this land.
This land.
What if we did not have hay here? Then the translation must be different because there is no agreement between them in terms of definiteness. Then the adjective should be used as predicative function. Then the translation is not this land, but you need to say this is the land. So can you see the difference?
Yeah.
All right. So in this case, there is agreement. But not only the time that we have the, but what if we don't have the, then there is still agreement. Because this one has no the, and this one has no the, then we consider it as agreement.
Agreement.
Right? So that is not only for the case that these two nouns are carrying the, but when they are carrying no the, then that's the agreement too. Then in the case, the adjective should modify the noun directly. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
All right. Let me just deal with another, just the last one, then I will let me see. These are quite straightforward. Number 9. I don't think. Okay, look at this. Looking at this, you will confuse as if this is a verb, but this is a name, Jacob.
Yaakov.
And even Isaac looks like a Hebrew verb. Why? Because Hebrew names have something to do with the meaning. So Isaac means what? He left. He left. So Jacob is another name which is originated from Hebrew verb. So this one is Jacob, and then this is the subject of this verb, preceding word. And it helps that normally we expect a verb, and then the real subject follows it. So this is a subject. And then this is another verb conversive. All right. And to Rachel. And to Leah. So we have two ladies here. And
Send Jacob.
right, this one is a shalak. And then prefix pronoun, 1CSG. Are you following me? So that's it. Definite article he. Na'ar means a boy. So the boy. I think you can do everything. Let's do this. What is this? Looks like we have another case of exceptional, missing letter rule. Can you see that? What is this? Tav together with Shrek ending indicates what PGN?
Two FSG.
Not, it's a singular.
아,
Because of Shrek ending.
슈렉.
2
3
Must be,
MPL.
yeah. Must be plural ending because una on the right side, which is for plural side,
2 MPL.
right? So first u must be for 3 MSG, 3 MPL, but that will appear with yod. Do you remember? Yod tab는. So yod, u, tab, na, tab, u. So here, the third one from the top, what is it? Then 3
2 MPL.
MPL, 2 MPL, no, 3 FPL, and 2 MPL, right? Are you following me? So if you
Yes.
look at your prefix charts, then you will know. So this one is straightforward, 2 MPL. Okay, and the question is, we have two remained consonant. Then this is the time for us to apply what? Missing letter rule. So what vowel point do we have here? Hirek. So what is it? This is for?
Ending is he.
Yes, the third
Oh.
he. Any vowel point other than tere and kamets indicates the third he verb. So previously we had what? Allah. So we have, let me go back. Here we have pata, right?
Yeah.
So, but I told you any vowel point can appear, but previously I told you normally it is appearing in the form of pata and hirek. So we have pata. Here we have, where are you?
11.
Oh, right here, hirek. Can you see that? Although we understand it as if any vowel point other than tere and kamets, but normally it appears as with pata and hirek. So here it's a third he. Is that clear? All right. So this is a third he. So la. What does it mean? La. La.
To look at. To look at.
Sorry, Pierce?
Is it to look at?
Yes, look at. To see, to look at. So 2 MPL. So la, resh, aleph, he, root letter, and stem, kai, and form, prefix, 2 MPL. And you need to include this one as a special feature because this is makif and connected it. So low negative particle. So meaning is you
To see.
will not
Will not
see.
See.
What is it?
me.
My face.
My
See.
face.
My face. Yeah.
My face. Good job.
Me, my face. But
All
yeah,
right.
my
Are you
face.
ready to take your translation quiz?
No, but I'll take it anyway.
Okay. All right.
Before moving it,
Uh-huh.
could you show the number 1 and number 2?
All right. Yes. What is your question?
Yeah, question number 1 and number 2. I got confused when I analyzed the special feature. Number 1 and number 2. What is the verb compressive verb, the reverse?
For the first one, batomer.
Yes, first 1 and first 2. Oh, no, the first 1 and no.
Batomer and then bayabo.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Let me quickly answer your question. Here, it's a verb conversive. Why? Because in terms of a verb conversive, it is always what? Verb, pata, and dagesh, as it is here. Then that is verb conversive. It cannot be verb reversive. In case of verb reversive, you will have verb shua.
Shua.
Sure. Okay.
Or sometimes shurek.
Sure.
But for the verb conversive, it is always verb, pata, dagesh. So don't be confused. So that's a special feature.
How about number 2, sir?
Number 2, it's all right. I think you got confused. Why? Because you can use dagesh here. But all right, this one is another exceptional case. Aleph cannot take dagesh forte because it's a guttural letter. So in order for this one to be verb conversive, you should take verb, pata, and dagesh. But since dagesh cannot come, the pata is lengthened to kamet. So this one is still verb conversive.
You got it, sir.
Clear? Thank you for the question.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Please clean your table and be ready for your quiz. Come on.
Are we doing the translation first, sir?
Yeah, only translation quiz today.
Oh, no vocabulary. And I memorized so many words.
Adele, you're always confused. You are supposed to submit your vocabulary quiz by this time.
Oh, okay, okay.
All right, it's
I'm old,
always.
sir. I'm an old lady.
All right, it's okay. I can be
I will
patient.
submit it, sir. I will submit it.
Yes, please.
I will.
Okay, I'm going to show you, and then it may take a couple of minutes like last time, but I will show you here so that you can start. Are you ready?
Okay.
Oh, sorry, I'm not ready. Give me just 1 minute. Okay, translation quiz 4. I just open it, and then it will take just a little time for you to open it. But just for those who cannot see it right now, I'm going to show you here on the screen so that you can start your translation quiz. Okay. Where are you? Can you see it?
Number 4, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does it appear?
That doesn't look like the one I got. Oh, well, I will get it. I'm sorry. I think I printed the wrong one.
Yeah, must be translation quiz 4.
Okay.
Does it appear, Paul?
Yes, I got it, sir.
Yeah, if you go to Moodle site, you can download it. And those who cannot open it right now, you can just see the shared screen that I'm showing you right now. So you have 2 questions. The first one is quite simple, but second one is quite long. But before you do it, let me give you my words of advice. Hey, everybody, look at me. Here you have. Let's look at quiz 2. You have quite a long sentence here, but pay attention to the 3 words, which are quite new. That's why I need to give you the meaning here. The first one is shabar, and then it's a verb. So to buy grain. So you need to expect this word appearing in the sentence. So which means good start because you know already one Hebrew verb. So you have no possibility of missing it. And then another one is chazak, which is another verb. So this is really good news. So chazak means to be strong. And the third one is ra'av, which is a noun meaning famine.
Oh, right.
So it's quite strange. You know, many times I told my student, hey, look at these new words. I gave you the meaning, and many of them miss it. So it's quite interesting. Please don't do that. All right. So go ahead.
Should we analyze the new verb?
Yes, please.
Right.
Yeah, you have 2 verbs here, but it doesn't necessarily mean that you have only 2 verbs. There will be more. As I said, 3. So you need to expect 3 verbs to be appearing. Is that clear? So which means apart from shabar, Chazak, and you need to find another verb here. And you need to analyze it, everything here. Go ahead. By the way, last Friday, some of you submitted your translation quiz to the Moodle, but I received it through Facebook Messenger. It's a lot easier for me to grade it. So if you are done, please submit it to me through Messenger, please.
Okay, sir. I'm gonna mute myself. Excuse me, sir. I just have to go to the bathroom.
Yes, go ahead.
Excuse me.
Amos, if you are done, please submit it to me through Messenger, Facebook Messenger, please. Okay, Amos, I got yours. Have a good weekend.
Same to you, Professor.
James, I got yours too. Yes, I got it. Thank you. Yes, please, yes. Thank you. I got the file. Thank you, Samson. Yes, Walter, got it. Thank you. Yes, Stephen, I got it.
Thank you. Have a good weekend. See you.
Yeah, you too. Yes, Ami, I got it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, Arbot. Thank you. I got it. Thank you, Romero. I got it.
Sir, I just need to go get another pen. The ink of my pen ran out.
No, you are not allowed to leave. I'm just kidding. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. It's okay.
It'll only be a second, sir.
Mhm.
Sir, did you receive mine?
Let me check.
Okay.
Grace, thank you. I got yours. Have a good weekend.
Bye, sir. Bye, guys.
Sir, did you get mine also?
Yeah, I'm just
Oh,
checking.
sorry. Oh, sorry. Sorry.
No problem. If I can open it. The file is in. Yeah, I think I can open it. Right. Thank you. So, Pierce, you're not home right now.
No, still away, sir.
All right. So enjoy your time.
Yeah, it was really nice. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Yeah, it was really good.
By the way, I'm a bit worried about you since you lost. You missed the yesterday's class. I think when you come back, then you need to take a look at the recorded lesson yesterday.
Okay.
I think we are dealing with quite important parts yesterday, so hope you can catch up with that later.
Okay.
So enjoy your time.
Thank you very much, sir. Have a good weekend.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Yes, Jumpy, thank you. I got yours. Jumpy, do you have a class this afternoon again?
Yes.
So this trimester you have a class from what
Yes.
time?
Tuesday to Friday.
So that's
3 to 5. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Bye.
How about Saturday? No. They don't.
No. They don't play. It's just the Tuesday and Friday.
Friday.
But anyway, so let me know.
Oh yes. Thank you, sir. Bye.
Sir, have you received my assignment?
Yeah, I just to check it. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.